A new study done by the University of Michigan indicates that women with lower IQs typically look for men who are rich.
Maybe they don't have such low IQs in the first place, huh?
Right.
Maybe they got to figure it out.
Now, the researcher, her name is Dr. Christine Santic, she claims that, look, it's not because these women are greedy, it's because they have this instinctual need to look out for their future offspring. Mm-hmm. So what they want is to ensure that the person they end up with is financially successful enough to take care of her children.
Look, I get that, but there's something a little off with this story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because evolutionarily, yes, you want someone who's powerful and who might be wealthy, but how would evolutionarily speaking, how would a woman with a higher IQ know back then they could provide for themselves? There's something wrong with this story.
Yeah. No. I don't. Well, look, I think there's something wrong for the reasons Dr. Christine Stantic gives, right? Like, oh, no, they're not really greedy. They're just looking out for their future children. That's what it's all about. It's an instinctual thing. No, I think that's her lame way of making excuses for women who are looking for men to take care of them.
Okay, that's interesting. And you know what? It might not be an evolutionary thing. It might just be simply an environmental thing where, okay, women with lower IQs, for example, might not have as good a job. I mean, these are all, of course, generalizations, but we're just talking about overall numbers here. And if you don't have as good a job, then you would obviously be more nervous about how to take care of your family. That makes sense, right? So, countries that have higher rates of poverty give, of course, understandably, give higher importance to finding a husband who's better off because they understand the urgency of it. Whereas here in America, so many women are financially independent that they don't have to make a decision based on that, which is great.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? But I don't see that as an evolutionary thing.
I don't either. I don't see it as an evolutionary thing at all. I see it as a common sense thing. Mm-hmm. If you are a woman who is having a hard time taking care of yourself, if you had a hard time in school, you didn't get the degree, you didn't get the great job, and you're working at Wendy's or something like that, of course you're going to look for someone who makes more money. Because you're going to want to live a decent life, and you're going to want to be able to have someone who can take care of you.
Right. The other possibility is that Dr. Christine's a little bitter. Like, she's like, oh, yeah, I go through this, and I'm a doctor, and I got the high IQ, and these low IQ bitches taking all the rich men.
Right.
It's a random theory. Dr. Christine, I'm just playing. I'm playing. Bring it down. I hear you. You did a study.
Now, there was one more finding of the study that I found super interesting. It found that intelligent women who are independently wealthy are more likely than the not-so-brighter ones to have short-term affairs.
See, that's very interesting.
Yes.
Okay. So you got to watch out for the smart ladies, because they're the ones that are more likely to sneak off. Okay.
And that's because they're already financially independent. They're not as stressed out about finding a man to take care of them. So they're like, I just want to have a good time. I want to take a ride on your disco stick. That's a Lady Gaga lyric.
Of course it is. I get it, because they can take more risk.
Right.
Whereas the other ones are more worried about the risk. This whole low IQ, high IQ thing makes me a little uncomfortable. And the woman sneaking off, I don't know if that makes me more or less comfortable. Like back when I was single, I would have been like, oh yeah, okay, that's a stat I like. If you're smart, come with me. But now I have a high IQ wife, so that makes me a little concerned. I got my eyes on her.
So with the Young Turks' new sponsor, Netflix, you get a free trial membership. Just go to Netflix/TYT, and you get that first free month for $8.99, usually a month. You get that for free. You're saving it. You keep that right in your pocket. Go to the store. Go buy you some candy. Do something. I don't know. Buy a girl a flower. You know, this shit gets expensive sometimes.
All right.